I have upgraded my camera to a Sony A6700 and it's a great camera, I love it. But when I stream or film for longer periods, it overheats and shuts down. If you zoom out a lot, I think my camera might have come too hot. Could be dark at least at the top. Sorry, the camera is struggling to be cold enough. I have to fix that. Any normal person would just go online and buy a fan for the camera and problem solved. That's too convenient. I want to make this myself. And I think I might have the bits lying around in some boxes here. Yes! Perfect. I even have two. This fan should probably be the perfect one. 12 volts, 0.2 amps. The next thing is to find the power supply for this. I might have a box for that too. Let's see. 1 amp, 5 volts, nope. 12 volts, 1 amp. Well, it's usable, but it's a bit overpowered. 12 volts, 0.6 amps. Perfect. Well, it's also a bit overpowered, but if I want to put two fans on the same, this one will cover those fine with some headroom. I'm just gonna cut it up first and see if I can connect and get some power going on this fan, and then I'll do it a bit more properly. Oh yeah! I guess it's a bit loud. It's a start, but I can't have this jank setup on my camera. It's not safe and not sure it's gonna last very long. So I think I'll try to make some kind of compartment for it on my 3D printer. I have printed this prototype. This one is supposed to go in here. Tolerances are a bit off, I guess. There are some sort of, I don't know, wings or tabs here that are interfering with the holes. So I have to carve away a bit of those before I can get moving or attach it. And on this side I made a hole for insert for a thread 5/8. Quarter inch, one of those normal camera screws in Freedom units. Yeah! How is it possible to have so many small bolts and none of them fit? Finally, I found some. I think these are good. They were in the box, I just didn't see them. I am slightly blind. It's a bit awkward to have it on a tripod. I can angle it wherever I want, but I think I want to have it on some kind of articulated arm, so I can bend it to whatever angle I want. I found a model that's 3D printable from printables.com. The user that made it is called @Jack. Thank you so much for making this articulated arm. It looks perfect. So I'm going to print up some of those pieces and see if they fit the camera. So they go together like this. This moves here. Then there's the threaded piece that goes on like this. And when you tighten this, the joint is quite stiff, and it's good enough for the weight of the fan at least. I think I'm going to just leave them without any glue first. Maybe that's good enough for my use, and then I can change it and use them later for other things. I also printed, or I modeled, two transitions, one male to the size of the insert I have, and one that's female to the threaded insert. So those go together, which means I can put inserts in these and put 1/4 inch threaded inserts here. For the final piece of the puzzle, to connect the fan to these ones, I figured out that these pins from IKEA, the shelving units of IKEA, the dimension of these are perfect if you buy yourself a threaded die in 1/4 inch. You can basically make your own threaded rods, male to male 1/4 inch studs, like this. So then you can attach this to a clamp or a tripod. This is just to test. I'm gonna put it on a clamp, I think. And they seem to be slipping a bit in the joints that are just push fit, so I might have to add some super glue at some point. There we go, perfect. Now I'll have to connect this a bit more proper, because I can't have loose wires like this. Yeah. Then let's pull this one over there. Yeah! It's usually here that it heats up the most, especially when the screen is closed. So let's do a benchmark test now to see how cold it is. It's about 20 degrees Celsius, a bit colder in the bottom here. Usually when it's really hot, it's hot here where the, there, where the cable is attached, and also here, probably because it's closer to the processor or whatever. By the port it's 30, up against the top of the center it's 36. So it's not terribly bad, but it's rising. And now we are looking at about 19-20 in the bottom, and here it seems to be the hottest area, right under the menu button. It's been above 40 a couple of times. I don't think it will get too hot now because of the setup isn't that heavy duty. I think streaming is the worst I do. The fan is pushing air this way now because that will make less sound for the camera. Let's leave it on for a while. It does make quite a significant amount of sound. This is the sound when it blows on the mic, and this is the sound that the camera hears. Okay, let's move it out of the way and see if this helps. It's down to 30, 28, 35, 16, 21. Okay, it's been on for some minutes now. Yeah, so we have quite clearly dropped the temperature. It's still 38 some places here, I think I saw. But it's colder to the touch. I think we can say that this project is a success, at least partial success. I think I have to deal with the sound somehow. It's a bit too noisy. I also have an idea of upgrading this with a heatsink. I just have to find some old electronics with heat sinks and maybe have some way to attach that to the back plate so it pulls heat more quickly. That might also be enough, because I think it's on the border of surviving the stream without this fan. Hey Google! Hey! Hello! Hello! Hello camera! Ugh, you are very wet! Let's see how this works. I'll test it a bit in real life, and then hopefully this will solve my heating problems. I've put the link of the 3D printable files in the description, and for the additions that I made, I will try to make them available on my webpage somehow. So if you're curious, check the description below. And if you have comments or suggestions to improve the design and maybe solve it without this noisy fan, let me know. In any case, I had fun making this, so it's all good. See you in the next video.